The time is 10:49 a.m. December 28th. It's a Saturday morning, 2024. Okay, so I've been up since around 7, and I've been poisoned ever since I woke up, starting about minute 10 of walking around. It's either a really intense, strong, like strychnine, rat poison, something just fucking deadly, or it's a biological agent, okay? And I don't want to get into the reasons, the argument, the description of why I say this until this shit stops in this house. Okay, until then, we're just going to keep reporting that they're doing it. The only thing I will say about why I say it is a bioweapon is because of the gruesome and painful effects it has on my body. It is cold-blooded murder they're trying to pull off in here. Since 7 a.m., I have raced, just freaked in terror and pain, freaked out, sprinting into the bathroom at least 6 separate times. The most recent time was within the last 10 minutes. They are still coming into this property and setting metal tubs down underneath the floor in my main room, just going to town, okay? They come in through their carved out holes in the wall. And they have tubs and they do construction. These are my terms of speech. This is my description. You want to know in detail, we'll do it later. And they constantly are under the floor. And that's when they're not shooting objects with obvious machine, because the objects are loud, they're hard, they shoot fast, and they're going way too fast for a person to physically throw them. And that's on top of everything else that I've been allowed to talk about, which is just clear and outright fights, violence, and combat. All right, so I'm not allowed to talk about a great deal of the things that happen here. The only thing I am able to say this morning is, in the last hour, there is another dead body, okay? It is in my bathroom. It's towards the... Okay, so... You know that staircase on the second floor, how I say this stuff, the corpse is there on the second floor, right, that area when you walk right out of my quarters. So if you're standing at my bedroom door and you just go to the left about 3 feet and you walk to the bathtub, it's like right there. It's right there. It's so disgusting, I want to barf, okay? It's a dead body, another one, which is patterned with the gas attacks. And then once the body was here, there's a construction crew that pulled in within the last hour. They do that here. We'll talk about the criminality and the fraud and the fakeness of these construction sites later. Most of the time, I can never even fucking say they're here. I can't talk about them means don't talk about them. I can today. So it was a gang of Americans. They were really, really loud. You can tell they're Americans. Everything they do is so fucking loud. Their mouths yelling, yeah, yeah, on and on. The whole time they were out there, they didn't shut up once, okay? It's like they were having a dandy good old time, okay? So whether it's an act or they're that insane, it's just, that's for analysis later. The fact is, it sounds like they're having a party. The fact is, they never, ever shut up. They stand in their backyard and yell for up to hours at a time. Today, it was a good hour. The other fact is they brought in really loud equipment. And when they were here, it was so fucking painful, just painful noise, which is highly illegal if there's any laws that a city would issue, okay? The city has no cares about these illegal construction sites. This has been confirmed years and years now. So this really atrocious, completely illegal noise comes with these people who are so loud. They're yelling over the freaking machines and you can hear them. They're that loud, these people. Okay, they come with the dead body. They come into the yard of 1505. It's this house with that white man with the curly hair who was a cannibal who was hooked up with the Pentagon. They always come into his backyard. This is where I have determined, I believe strongly, that they are manufacturing chemical gases, okay? This man, I've described him, he's really rich. He pretends to own that house. The house has construction on Christmas Eve. The house has construction on Christmas Day. The house has construction. Constant. So there's obvious criminal terrorism going on there. And they come and pretend they're construction workers. And they did it again today with the house that I'm in, filled up with a dead body. The dead body was so atrocious, I had to run and hide in my room. It just was too disgusting. I can't take any more of these dead bodies, okay? For my sanity and my psychological well-being, I had to remove myself from it. And I cleaned my space. It was clear and safe to go ahead and clean my space that I'm in, hiding from a dead corpse filling up my house, the stench of it. And I came in here, I made sure I breathed, and I said, don't smell it in here. Why don't you vacuum, do something, sweep, anything, okay? Get your area better, fix your area. This is how I'm coping with this endless hell. And while I did that, these group of men kept yelling and yelling, never stopped yelling, having a party with all this really painful, loud construction equipment just bursted and started out of nowhere. And this house is filled with a dead body. And then just now in the last 10 minutes, because I've been testifying and narrating, but in the last 10 minutes, I got hit again with the same really, really, really gruesome and horrible, painful chemical gas. So when I say I talk wrong. When I say they upped the ante, they increased the pain, they increased the potency of these poisons, I mean it. There's never a time that they don't poison me here. There is never a time that the poison they use isn't the strongest that they've got. And my body definitely indicates this and shows that. They're causing physical injury. No one ever searches. Well, the military's here. What I've been allowed to film confirms that. If I could only talk about and could have filmed what these guys do, it would have knocked your socks off, but I'm never allowed to do that. But the fact is, they know they did it. I know they did it. And this town wants to keep pretending that shit's not happening here. It's gigantically huge what they do, but I can't say a word about it. And what you all have seen on the film is enough, right? No, it gets bigger than that. But you'll never know. This town wants to keep walking their dogs by. I'm convinced these people are fucking skits here. These people believe whatever they're told, and somebody's telling them, no, keep walking by. You're just fine no matter what that military force is doing. You're just fine. Keep walking your dogs. They literally do whatever they're told because no one in their right fucking mind would do what they're doing in this town. No one. With what I've witnessed the heroes do and what the heroes know to do. I cannot fucking talk about it. The little bit that's been captured on video is all that the public on the internet will know, but trust me, it's way bigger than that. And these people still walk around acting like ain't nothing happening here. No, I'm going to walk my dog past this house with all this stuff that we know is happening here. The town absolutely, adamantly insist on pretending it's not happening here, no matter what is going on, no matter what. And they definitely take advantage of the fact that I don't film it and I don't report it. But it's not going to change the fact that these military cats just did it. Okay? And these men in these yards that come into all these different construction sites, it's not just that one I'm talking about today. They pretend too. Yeah, hey. So they're doing what they're told is clear instruction. Okay, that I can deduce. That I can say on the internet. No, a person with all their marbles in their head would never fucking agree to do that. This is why I've seen it on S Street. This is why I'm saying I think drugs play a factor. Hard drug abuse plays a factor. I've seen it on S Street. I don't need to investigate that. But with the folks that keep prancing around this town, pretending this isn't happening in their city when you can't fucking even help but notice that it is. And I can't tell you why. I can't tell you what the heroes do. It really pisses me off. There's no fucking way this town doesn't know this is happening here. So then fine, okay? That's what they directly wanted to say to these top generals. They weren't talking to me at that point. They were talking to the town saying, you know what, fuck you. You're not there. We're the only ones that's here. We're the only ones that is here. You're not there. We don't hear, we don't see. We're deaf and blind and you're not there. This is our town and we're going to keep pretending it's going our way. So I really want to get this over. I can't take any more of these fucking people here. They're too skitzed out. I got to get the fuck out of this city. They're too skitzed out. They're fucking nuts. And then they keep coming to my door telling me that I'm hallucinating and imagining fucking dead bodies day after day after day after day after day. Everything else I've reported that I've been allowed is just my imagination. They've got to come and check on my mental health. Do you know how fucking pissed I am at this city? They keep coming in these holes they carved out in the wall from the directions of 1511 and 1517. I witnessed them get taken down, either tackled or used. Something happens to them and they just go. I have to assume some of the people who volunteer for that are these schizos in this town, literally believing whatever they're told and doing whatever they're told. So somebody uses them and says, go in that hole, go do this, and they don't fucking come back out. It's not my fault. I didn't tell them to do that. I didn't tell them to engage in terrorism. Okay? The house reeks of a corpse. They're still chopping up bodies. They're still in the yards. They're still doing construction. They're still poisoning me. They're still thinking every time I go on YouTube or the internet that they're going to come arrest me for it. It won't stop until the heroes take way, way more action than what I've seen them do. So that's why I say be prepared, folks, in the United States. Just get ready. Okay? And that is why I say this is a very, very skitzed out city to push it that far with an actual military. You've got to be out of your stark raven mind. And if that's the case, since it is, that's what I've witnessed, that you're pushing it that far with a serious military. What is their plan? To pretend that it's not happening when it does? I'm not being very clear on what I'm talking about. I'm just going to repeat this to the public. I told you World War III was starting. I told you to get ready. I told you what happens to the major cities in the US. I'm not here to repeat myself today. I'm here to take care of myself because I keep getting poisoned. Goodbye.